Hello, music theory students. Mr. Lefebvre here talking today about the grand staff and reading parts in choir music. First, the grand staff. The grand staff has a treble clef staff connected to a bass clef staff. Usually, pianos are the only instrument to read the grand staff, with the right hand typically playing the treble clef and the left hand typically playing the bass clef. On the left side of the staff, you can see that the treble and bass clefs are connected by a brace, highlighted in blue. When reading choir parts in music, each part may have its own line. In the case of a four-part mixed choir, this means the sopranos will have the top line, the altos the second, the tenors the third, and basses the fourth. Notice the small 8 under the treble clef for the tenors. This tells the tenors to sing the pitch they are reading down an octave. Also note that the basses are reading in bass clef. In the case of a 3-part women's choir, or treble choir, this will mean the soprano 1s will have the top line, the soprano 2s will have the middle line, and the altos the bottom line. Labeling the lines as soprano, mezzo-soprano, and alto is also acceptable. Sometimes in 4-part mixed choirs, the women's and men's parts share a line. In that case, the sopranos and altos would share a treble clef, with soprano notes being on the top and alto notes being on the bottom. And the tenors and basses would share a bass clef, the tenor notes being on the top and bass notes being on the bottom. Frequently, composers will break our previous rules about stem direction to ensure each section knows which notes to sing when sharing a staff. Sopranos would read stems up in treble clef, and altos would read stems down in treble clef. Tenors read stems up in bass clef, and basses read stems down in bass clef. If a piano is accompanying a choir, their grand staff will be shown below the choir parts. To review, a grand staff is used by piano players and includes a treble and bass clef connected by a brace. In a 4-part mixed choir, the order of parts from top to bottom are sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses, whether that be in 4 separate lines or sharing 2 lines. In a 3-part treble choir, the order of parts from top to bottom are soprano 1, soprano 2, and alto. And finally, if a piano is accompanying the choir, the music will be found below the choir parts. Thanks for watching.